Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 111 of the Road to Glory. Funny little number, that one. But what we got in store for you today is some weekend league action. So, in the last episode, I packed 2 red items, 2 blue items, and we played our first 2 games in the weekend league. We got 1 win and 1 loss, and that leaves me uncertain of how my future is going to be in this league, because I sort of lost it. I lost my head and I wasn't playing particularly good FIFA. So I've got a whole bunch of games to show you today. And of course, like we do with our new team, I have to sub out that silver non-rare left back for Marcos Alonso and then switch things around up front, just so that we can play Mboji and DENDONCKER on full chemistry. And it seems like I really like DENDONCKER. He's been a fun player so far. I might not be playing so good, but he seems like he could be a beast. And when I'm on my game, I think he's going to be a really fun player. So, we go 1-0 up, really early doors in this game. I was annoyed with myself for losing the last game that we just played. Like, I literally went straight into another one. So, I wanted to score goals, and I wanted to score lots of them. I wanted to score them pretty quickly as well. So, we get one in the 7th minute, which is great. Heung-min Son then plays it out wide to DENDONCKER, and look at this guy. He might not be super quick, but he strides and he makes up ground like crazy. Sigurdsson gets the header after he's whipped that cross in, and we go 2-0 up literally 3 minutes later. So that's good. I think I tried to make this guy quit by pressing the pause button. Didn't seem to work. He was obviously, like, we hit him on 2 counter-attacks really, so it was not like he couldn't score. Now, I tried to defend with Walker here, and when I completely messed it up, it literally bounced off me and goes straight back to Danny Rose, and then he somehow sticks it into the back of the net. So I definitely could have defended it better, but when it just luckily bounces back to the player, you sort of feel a little bit hard done by. But I guarantee that, yeah, it's probably my fault. I nearly score a worldie of a free kick with Sigurdsson, but Jack Butland is there to stop that one from going in the back of the net. And he was there quite a lot. Now, a lot of my shots were pot shots from outside the box, just because it was relatively difficult to get past this guy's defence. And I spent most of my game defending really badly, as always, and like trying to stop this guy from scoring. Now, Mane misses an opportunity there to put us back to 2 goals in the lead. And then I keep getting things like this. This guy was running down that left-hand side with Danny Rose and Eden Hazard. And really, I hate it. I can't defend when someone runs all the way down the line and hugs that byline. I struggle with that because I don't know whether they're playing it across. They're going to cut back inside and run. It's a difficult one because in those situations, sometimes you give away a penalty. But luckily for me, I run down the other end and get a goal with Mane to just put us back in the lead by 2 goals. So that gives us some wiggle room, some comfort with only a few minutes left to go. And as you can see, the referee does just blow that final whistle in the end. And we get our 2nd win of the weekend league, our 1st of the episode, and our 2nd win in 3 games. So not too bad, but we probably got a little bit lucky with that one, I would say. Yeah, I would say that in the end, my opponent did have a lot of chances, and I think Jack Butland kept me in that one quite a lot. So very thankful for him in this particular game. So 2 wins with 37 games remaining. We can sort of go in and have a look how our players are doing. After 3 games, DENDONCKER's got a goal and assist from centre mid. Happy about that. Mane started firing again. Heung-min Son with a great goal to game ratio. And then Sigurdsson with 30 contributions in 20 games. I like how he's been performing for us so far in the series. So then we go into this game and look at the pace of that strike force. He's got 99 pace Mane, crazy quick Son, and crazy quick player of the month Sterling. Literally, he was the first player of the month that we got in FIFA 17. So you don't see him so much anymore, but he's still a very difficult player to defend against. Now, I let a goal in, and then right here, I think I'm doing the right thing with Kyle Walker, and I don't know how Heung-min Son scores that goal, but he tries to make me quit by pausing it, and I felt like the game was still early enough that I could maybe get back into it. But however, when he scores a 3rd goal in the 2nd half and there's not too much time to get loads of goals back, I say screw it. Let's not waste time. Let's just take the L and move on to the next game. So a bunch of the consumables that I had put up on the market from the marquee matchup stuff that we did in the last episode had sold on, and we're back up to getting towards 10,000 coins, but we're not quite there yet. And we move on into another game here who, this opponent has a Bundesliga side, an alright one. He does have Pulisic though, so in my head I'm like, yeah, you're going to be a competent player. And then also in my head, I'm like, basically anyone I come up against in the weekend league is going to be a competent player. And most of them are going to have Pulisic at their disposal because I guess, you know, to play the daily knockout and get into the weekend league, for anyone that didn't already have auto qualification through other means, this week is going to have Pulisic, of course. And I reckon that's going to be quite a lot of people. So I go 1-0 down here after a dodgy touch from my fullback or centre-back, but it should have been cleared a lot quicker than that. Again, definitely my user error. And then I missed with DENDONCKER there, and I think that one really should have gone in. I don't know what I did wrong, but it was a clear-cut chance that we most definitely should have scored, and I was really gutted to have not scored that because we would have gone into the break at half-time at 1-1, which is a completely different story. And then play it into Heung-min Son in the box, and the goalie gets down to save that one. And then I can't quite get the ball. He does kick it into his own net, but I think the referee had already given a foul or offside or something. And I decide to bring on Chris Smalling for Mboji and then try Pulisic up front for Mane, just to see if it made any difference whatsoever. Son gets through here, but doesn't manage to score that low-driven shot. Pulisic plays it back to Sigurdsson, and Farman saves that one. And he is a very, very good goalkeeper. I rely on him a lot, and I know how good he is on this game. But for him to save that shot right there was just far too much for me to handle. I completely flipped and lost my shit right then after that game because I deserved that one. And the guy even messaged me saying, yeah, to be fair, you deserve that one. So that's always a little bit stressful and annoying to read that message. But GG, you know, take your chance and then manage to defend against me for the rest of the game. That's what we've done in one of our previous wins as well. So you sort of swings and roundabouts. You win some, you lose some. I can move on and go into another game. And we come up against a full Bundesliga side, but a really strong one. He's got not 89 Boateng, he's got 89 Sula, he's got Plattenhardt, 90 Thiago, he's got Royce, and then a team of the season strike force with a lot of height and strength and just beast. Now, I mess up again with my defending, play that ball straight out to Thiago, and once again I can confirm that it was my issue of how that goal went into the back of the net. Solid strike though, you got to give him that, but Butland is never ever going to get to it. Should not let a 90 Thiago loose in that situation. He then gets down the wing, plays it into the box, and I'm just relying on my fullback there, or my centre-back, whoever it was, I think it was Marcus Alonso, to win that header and clear it. And to let Modeste win that one in the air. Of course, he is a tall striker with great aerial ability. I'd had enough. You know, played a little bit longer, but again, I'd had enough. I feel like that one, after losing that other game 1-0, I was seriously tilted. So I was super stressed in that game, and it just didn't seem like this was going to go my way this week. And I was so struggling, so stressed out, and just couldn't be bothered because you know how it gets. You know, you go on a bad run on FIFA, and you're just in such a foul mood that you just don't really want to play on. So in this game, I had more opportunities than my opponent, but he was dominating the possession, and I don't like it when my opponents do that because I don't feel in control of the game. But Heung-min Son walks it into the box here. Sigurdsson picks it up, takes the shot, saved by Schmeichel, and we move on. DENDONCKER plays it up to Son. Son to Mane. Mane plays it up to Sigurdsson, who turns that defender quite nicely, takes the shot, and it comes off the post, but Mane is there to stick that rebound into the back of the net. And like I said, sometimes we give away goals which we feel unfortunate about and hard done by, but that one was obviously a slice of luck in our department. He then gets a slice of luck from that, you know, the rebound from the goalkeeper. So it's just the way it goes on this game sometimes. The goals that go in aren't screamers. Some of them are just like average rebounds. And then we do score a screamer. So all is well with the world. Mane manages to turn this game around and get us back into the lead. A nice little ball in there from DENDONCKER, and he just hits that on the outside of his boot, nice and powerful, into the back of the net. And then take a look at this. Terrible touch from my centre-back. Terrible tackle from Kante. Terrible saves from Butland, and Muller sticks it in at about the 49th chance, or 49th time of asking. Just such a dodgy goal, and I wasn't happy about it in the slightest. I was making hard work of this game because I was better than this guy. Heung-min Son out wide, spots DENDONCKER in the middle. I play it, I score it, and I run off celebrating with the big old Belgian boy. Now, we are now 3-2 up, and I've got a job to make sure Muller doesn't score again for this guy to equalise. I've never seen that celebration either, where he runs off and like goes one way, goes the other, tries to make the guy chase them and stuff. But eventually, at the end of this game, after a little bit more pressure, we managed to soak it up, and we do get our third win of the weekend league, second of this episode. So it's not the worst episode in the world. It might not be some of my best FIFA ever, but at least we did come away with a couple of wins, and you've seen some goals scored and all that sort of stuff. But we're not done yet. We now have 3 wins, but a whole bunch of losses as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm 3-5 at this point in time. So probably the worst I've ever played in the weekend league. And then I come up against this. This guy has got a stacked team. Majority of it is a French, yeah, most of it is France, but of course he has got himself a Hadji legend in there as well as a Red Modeste. Yeah, so I knew he was going to be good, that he's played FUT Champions a lot to get gold, you know, red inform players. But I go 1-0 up with Heung-min Son. It was actually a very nice finish. I do the defender, goalkeeper's charging me down, and instead of low-driven shot that, which I normally miss lately, I decided to hit it up in the air, and it managed to fly into that top corner, which is good. I then concede that goal to Lacazette, and I'm wondering how the ball goes through 2 of my players right there, basically through the legs of both of those players, and again feeling slightly hard done by, but then get completely kippered early doors in the second half, and this game gets turned around real quick. I end up losing 2-1. The guy just shut up shop in the end, and that was about that was me done again for another 10 minutes. I had to go and have a drink and chill out and just relax. And then I go into a game against this 90 Son, 94 Kane, Red 86 Emre Can, Legend Lala, Sigurdsson team of the season. A nice team, again against someone who must play FUT Champs quite a bit. Sigurdsson plays a beautiful ball over to Son, who manages to stick that one into the net and that front post situation underneath David De Gea, I think it is. And we do go 1-0 up in this game, and you've seen that quite a lot. I do go 1-0 up in these games, but it's holding on to that lead. It's actually managing to defend when these competent players come up against me. I just suck at it. Now, Heung-min Son scores a goal, which I've seen that sort of goal from him go in literally 100 times on this game. He is right-footed, I'm pretty sure, but he's got a perfect 5-star weak foot. And then, well, I'm not sure if that was Emre Can, or it was Emre Can that scored it. I thought it was Harry Kane to begin with, but that's a beauty of a header, and I just can't defend it. And that one goes in the back of the net. I've had my fair share of headed goals in the recent past, so it's something that I just have to accept and move on from. But that was the final game. That was all I could handle. That was all I had time for. So, unfortunately, I've played 9 games of Weekend League and got 3 wins. That is without doubt the worst I have ever played in the Weekend League. Don't even get my 5 wins, which is like my staple of what I was going to get. Literally no time left to play any more games. Had to move on to the next video and stuff, which definitely sucks, and I was very stressed after this one, and I thought, you know what, I'm never playing FUT Champions again. But I'm sure I'll go into the daily knockout tournament and try and win, is it Marquinhos or something, who I've seen on Twitter recently, that you can win in the daily knockout tournament. I'm sure I'll do it all over again and do my best to win that one. But for now, we end the episode. If you have enjoyed it, I know there's been a lot of goals conceded in this one. Goal Conceding Simulator 2017 is what I've been playing today. But we won a couple of games as well. Smash a thumbs up to show your support. Don't forget to sub if you're new. Have a good one. Peace.